Good evening and welcome to Facebook Live on Friday evening. What an amazing day. I will give people a chance to come on, just refreshing my computer, see if it'll work. It's like I don't know if it's this morning or this evening's one. Right, bear with me. I don't know if it's this morning or... Okay. I have that one all with us and I have some people. Excellent. So, hi Philippa, hi Jane, hi Julie. Excellent. I'm taking it that you can hear me okay. I forgot to check my volume. Hi Christine, hi Maxine. I'm hoping that Hazel's going to join us. She may well have done, but my computer might not have shown me. Hi Wendy. Hi Donna. Excellent. Oh, I can't get over flabbergasted about this morning. It was absolutely fabulous. So thank you so much to everybody who joins. I've got Samantha and Susan and Vanessa and Belinda as well. So yeah, it was, this morning was just incredible. Absolutely. We were both, Hazel and I were both just a little bit shell-shocked afterwards, I have to say. So yeah, I know that her and Paul have had a very busy day, as I know lots of the other stockists have too. So that's wonderful. And Hazel is here. Hi, lovely. Right, bear with me. Got to go back and say, so we've got Susan and Helen and Hazel and Adrene and Anne. So really just want to thank you so much, all of you, for your orders as well. I know I saw lots of people mentioning on Hazel's live at 4 o'clock that they'd had an email to say that their package was on its way. So how amazing is that? Hopefully some of you will get it tomorrow even. So who else have we got? We've got Helen and Susan Alden, and it's been dispatched. Excellent. Hi Lynn. Oh, they're jumping up now. Hi Jane. Hi Helen. Yours has been dispatched as well. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to show you lots of inspiration this evening from the design team. I'll run through the products briefly in case you haven't seen them already, but I will just do it quite briefly. And then Kaz is loading the videos up onto YouTube as well, so they'll be there for people to see as well. Who else we got? Laura and Christine caught up with all the lives. Excellent. Hi Kathy. Samantha's is on the way as well. Excellent. Okay, so bear with me while I flip the camera and we will start to have a look. Oh, I've got somebody saying I lost you. I hope you're back. Anyway, I hope everything's okay. All right. Hi Judith. Hi Jill. Yep. Judith is on the way as well. Excellent. Okay, let me flip the camera and we'll have a look at some of these amazing DT cards. Oh no, somebody else says it's frozen. Okay, so I'm actually going to move a few out of the way because how I've laid it all out, I won't be able to show anything. So that's a bit better. So I'm going to start with the stencils and we'll start with the dragonfly one, I think. So the first stencil in the set is the dragonfly and butterfly. You get the actual stencil so you can create something like this, and then you get the masks so you can use those as well. And Hazel in her live at 4 o'clock, which if you haven't watched, please watch on catch up because it was lovely. You'll be able to see her, she shows some hints and tips about using them as well. So the lovely butterfly and dragonfly and butterfly stencil. This is a card that Emma Smith made, and it's actually an acetate card. You can just, the light's catching it there so you can see that it is. Got the beautiful little butterfly and small dragonfly around the edge. She's heat embossed with sparkly powder onto the coloured card. She's splattered the acetate with black, which looks fabulous, I have to say. But then inside, that background that she's created, she's used the stencil to create that with So just absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. Hi Anne, hi Tricia. Excellent, glad yours is on the way as well. Oh, you got your, oh, Sue, you've picked yours up. Excellent. Happy creating then. Can't access the complete. Oh no, I hope it's, well, I'm going to carry on, and hopefully, I know that Hazel's was a bit intermittent this afternoon, but it did keep catching up, so then at least it is there for everybody on catch up. So that's the first card, beautiful card from Emma. And then this is one that I did where I combined the butterfly stencil, but I used my beautiful bloom stencil inside it. And then I've used the butterfly saying and some of the circle stamps as well. So the stamps and stencils mix and combined, and it just works beautifully. I really wanted to show that, you know, by adding this butterfly and dragonfly stencil to your collection, it means that you can use other bits and pieces that you already have with it. So like my beautiful blooms stencil, and I've used the Happy and Birthday, which is the Happy and More and the Birthday and More. I love it, and it's heat embossed in platinum. I just love how that looks. Really, really lovely. Let me just tilt my camera a little bit. Whoops, not that much. Try like that. That might be better. Yeah, so just really showing that they're going to work beautifully, even with older stuff that you might have. This one is one that Joe's done. Very, very soft and subtle. Bit of stenciling in the background, which is beautiful. And this I think is really clever. She's stenciled the wings, but she's stamped the body. So she's inked the body up and stamped that out, and then she's actually just used the stencil to colour in the wings, which I think is fabulous. This is one I showed this morning that Philippa had made, where she's used the stencil, but she's used the lettering, the letter medley as well with it through the stencil, which just looks beautiful. And then with that butterfly, and she's used the oh no, she might have done that with the back of her stamp. I keep forgetting to do that. Philippa, I think, on this one, and Philippa is watching, so she can tell us, did you ink the back of the polymer to actually create that orange frame around your butterfly, and then stamp the right side of the stamp to get the black lines? It'd be really interesting. Maybe that is something that you could, maybe Philippa would like to do a live at some stage and actually show that, because it's such a clever technique, and I never think to do that. Yeah, was the back. Okay, that's so clever. So what it is, what Philippa has done is, instead of putting that bit and inking this piece up, which is obviously the bit that's got the dips in, she's actually inked up the side that is completely flat. So it gives her that lovely orange glow around the edge of her butterfly, and then she's able to stamp all the detail inside it. That is so clever. Let me bring it up close so you can see. That's really clever. I always forget about that. And then this one is one that I showed this morning again from Emma, where she's used the stencil to do her dragonflies in the background on her pattern paper, which again, I don't often think to do. Like when I've got pattern paper, that's the pattern that I've got. But yeah, so it's lovely to take a pattern paper but add a bit more decoration to it as well. And then these gorgeous dragonflies that are heat embossed with beautiful sparkly embossing. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so Philippa, I believe, let me just... Excellent. Philippa will do a live at some stage as well. That's brilliant. So we'll have Joe and Philippa doing something. Okay, so this is the background stencil. And on here you've got the 4 different designs. You've got the stars, the squares, the circle and the woven one. And I have to say, when I watched Hazel's demo at 4 o'clock, it was like, oh, I've never thought to use it like that. Go and watch it and see how she did the stars very randomly, just all over the back of a piece of card, not worrying about how they lined up or anything. She did some dark, some pale. It was brilliant, and I should be using my stencils that way in future. So I just love it because I learned so much as well. It's fabulous. I love this that Philippa has done. it's just beautiful. She's used the dinky squares and circle dies. She's used the stencil. She's used the stamps, and some of it's heat embossed. Some of it looks like paint almost through the stencil, or it might even be paste. But honestly, it's fabulous. And what a great mail card as well. Philippa, I think maybe you should do a live about this as well, because I think that's really different, but it would just look fabulous for a men's card. So that's beautiful. That one's from Philippa. A very simple, quick and easy one from me, using the square, very soft and subtle in the background, and then adding a green stamped, this was cracked pistachio, but then I put the vellum over the top, so it's really, really soft, but you do catch little glimpses of it. And then I added a bit of glitter glue to my vellum as well, so it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. And then I love this one of Jo's. Beautiful, very random with her stars in the different colours on the background, like a rainbow. She's done her dragonfly like a rainbow, but she's actually cut the centre out of its wings, and I think that is really lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love how she's picked out the colours and stamped her words to match the inks as well that she's used. So really lovely idea. Right, sorry, bear with me. I do have the best design team. You're absolutely right. They are so clever. Thank you, Dee. That's lovely of you to say so. Sorry, I'm just looking at the comments a little bit. I thought I saw something from Philippa, but maybe I'm dreaming. Okay. Every day is a school day. Absolutely. So then the other one that I shared this morning was the one that I did with the circles, just as you would use it, overlapping a little bit, but colour changing, and with my dragonfly on there as well. And then Kaz's one that we showed this morning, I love how she's used the squares, put her little birds and plants in there, and then she's randomly got the bits of the woven stencil as well in the background, which is beautiful. And then the last one with the stencils, which is what Jo did, she's masked. This is a flat card, so she's masked on a piece of card and done the stenciling, and then she's left the masked lines on while she's stamped part of the stamps as well, which again, I just think that's fabulous. I think if you did the squares and all the different backgrounds, but did blues and greens perhaps, it'd make a lovely fabulous mail card. And you could put sentiments in those squares as well. So fabulous idea. So that's the background stencil. Then we will move on to the letters. So this is letter medley. So this is, I love this stamp. I think this is going to be so useful. Made up of uppercase, lowercase, excuse me, random text all over the background. And then it's actually been distressed as well, so you don't have to do that bit. Looks fabulous to create a background all in one go, but equally you can just use little areas of the stamp as well, which I know Hazel's done on some of her samples. So this is one of my cards, and I created a gap card, which I actually put acetate in because I didn't do it stiff enough. It was because the butterfly was only attaching it in two places. But even with the acetate in there, I love it because it's like a floating card. And then I used the background, inked over it, did my butterfly, which has got the lettering on it as well, but just in pink this time. And then inside I used my happy, which I've embossed, and I cut out my birthday as well. So something a little bit different with that bit of acetate inside. Then I've got one where I used a inky background, which I did the letters onto, and then I stamped and cut out one of my butterflies, but I die cut out of the green glitter card the happy birthday, and then use the outline just to make it pop off the background. Then I have another one that I made, just using the pink. This was, oh, it's embossed even. I've forgotten I'd done that. Look how lovely that looks. It's just picked raspberry with clear embossing powder over the top, but I did it over the lettering. The lettering looks beautiful. It's I just love these words. Yeah, and I've added a bit of glitter glue, and obviously I love the white embossed on the vellum as well. I think it looks really lovely. And then I love this one from Jo, right up my street, being a rainbow. Jo's inked up with the different colours directly onto the stamp, but she's added vellum white embossed butterflies, but she's coloured the back of the butterfly as well, just with a little bit of ink. So you are getting that little bit of colour through those butterflies as well, which is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then this was the first card that I made where I used a black background, just added splodges. And actually what I did this with, I've remembered, I did it with the ink pads, but a wet paintbrush, and just moved little bits, areas of colour on, and then did exactly the same, watercoloured the dragonfly so that it looked watercoloured. And then I've added little bits of the colour to each of the letters as well. I love those words, so good. So that's the letter medley. Then next up we do squares next. The squares medley. So this is like an arrangement of hand-drawn squares that Hazel has done. We've added the extra individual squares as well, which makes just makes the whole stamp set go so much further. And you can put sentiments in here. You can put your little patterns in here. If you watched Hazel this afternoon, I couldn't believe the length she went to just to stamp one more square. I think it might have been this square she was filling with the checkerboard, and there was a little bit missing. It's like, nope, she's got to get it. But it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She showed really good tricks with the masket as well. And this one's got lovely paint splats as well. You've got your scribbly lines. You can use these squares as well to extend it if you want to, or layer things up. And we made it so that the sentiments, or some sentiments that we've got, will fit into those squares as well. So this card is from Philippa, and I love how she's stamped it. She's extended it. We've got the main stamp on there, but then she's added some more bits. And I love how she's just zentangled. We mustn't say scribbled or doodled. She's zentangled inside it. And I think it looks fabulous. And it was like, I'm going to stamp a load of these out and then just have fun. Like, I loved the fact that Hazel did that this morning in the dragonfly. It was like, I would never have thought of doing that either. So yeah, just stamp a few out, get your pens out. Maybe stamp them in different colours and have different colour pens. You have a lovely time just sitting watching the telly and doing a little bit like that. I love it. And love it with the little square, and then using the believe. And a couple of the paint splats as well. She's very clever though, Philippa. She's got all the shadows. Let me bring it up so you can see. She's got all the shadows around the edge of the squares, just a little bit darker in grey, and it makes all the difference. It like gives it dimension. It looks like this one is at the top. Very clever. This is one that I made. So I've created a background. I actually stamped it in green first and spritzed it, and then I thought, I've lost it, I can't see it now. So then I overstamped with black. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Platinum. I heat embossed the squares on the top, which I do like. I think that looks lovely. And then I put the lettering inside my dragonfly as well. And I do like the fact that you can actually bend the dragonfly's tail. So, yeah. And then I did this one with the squares, but I wanted to put Kaz's little plants in it. And I really enjoyed making this. It was like, to me, it looks like IKEA shelving, like little boxes that you would fill with plants and things like that. And then I've got a hanging basket hanging off of them. It's like, I now want to build this. So I really did enjoy that. I thought it was lovely. And then I love this that Kaz has made, where she's used the additional squares that we've put in the pack as well. And we've got the little birdies, we've got some flowers, the worm, the birdhouse. And I love how she's actually used, I've just realised, that the little squiggly lines. Brilliant, love it. And then she also did this one that I showed this morning with the squares, and she's used the stencil as well, like coming through the back of it. And I just think it makes it work so well with the squares from the stencil, working with the squares of the stamp. Just, yeah, brings it all together. But it works so well with stamps that you may already have. Excuse me. And then this one is one that Philippa did. Now, this morning, Philippa enlightened me as to actually how she'd done this, because I looked at it and went, well, she's used the squares, but I can't work it out. But what she'd done is she'd actually she'd heated one of those blocks of foam that you can put an impression into, and then she'd stamped into it so that then when you ink it up, where the impression is, the ink doesn't go, it's just on the flat part. So that's why you've got the outline of the squares the way you have. So it doubles by having one of those, I can't remember what they're called now, like magic blocks. I don't know. I can't remember. We used to sell, I mean, when I first started, like gosh, 30 odd years ago, we had them then. But I know they've made a comeback. They're definitely available again now. Hazel, if you're watching, do you know what they're called? Or Philippa? Oh, you use cheap shoe liners. Oh, wow. So anything that's got a bit of foam in it that will hold, like, not memory foam, but keep the, oh, right. So you heat it's just called stamping foam. Okay. So you heat it up with a heat tool gently, not on a dual speed one on number 2. It would have to be on number 1. So you heat it to soften it, and then you push it into anything that has a texture. So stamps are perfect, but then you get the negative of the stamp. So it just gives you your stamps. You're doubling your stamps basically, because it enables you to get different prints from it. I know what I mean. I hope some of you do. This one I made with the squares as well. So I just stamped it in black, added a couple of my flowers from the birthday blooms, one of Hazel's butterflies, one of Kaz's sentiments, and then I added colour around the edge of the squares as well, and then added a bit of glitter glue, because I can't make a card without a glitter glue. Oh, can you do it with cut and dry as well? Oh wow, I've got some of that. I've got a stamping foam somewhere from years and years and years ago. Okay, so next up is the circle medley, and this one is similar to the squares obviously, but it's circles. Again, Hazel hand drew these, and we've given you the additional extra little ones as well, so you can build up your own compilations of circles. That's a big word for tonight, isn't it? And then you've got words as well, so you have believe, hope, dream, love, laugh, inspire, and we've also got little dots, like the trio of dots, the solid dots, so they look a bit like glosses, but you could stamp them out in different colours, but they're great for filling in. And as well, in the butterfly set, there's some solid butterflies which are great fillers as well. So this is the circle samples. This one Kaz made. Again, she's used the circles this time. She's used the circle of the stencil as well. She's used her little birds and some of her flowers, and then she's used a little flower die as well, which I think comes from the circle dies. Yep, because she's used the sequins in the middle even. Wow. I've forgotten all about the sequins. And then this one is that I made. This is just stamped in black. I stamped an extra circle, put it on with foam pads, stamped out my words and added some colour. I actually stamped and cut out the dragonfly wording, dictionary definition, cut out a couple of dragonflies as well, and a bit of glitter glue. But I really like that, and I know I will make more cards like this. Different colours. You could leave the centre bit empty and have the big happy birthday on there, or just the big happy and then a little birthday, whichever way round. I think it could be really lovely. This one Philippa made, and she's used, can't remember what set this is out of, but this is out of one of the sets. I love the colouring on here, like this bit with the love, just beautiful. And she's added little designs to the circles as well. So again, Zentangling, she's added some colour as well. Obviously done it with her pens. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And how different does that look to that, and for how Kaz and I have used it? I think the versatility of it is just incredible. And then to bring Emma's card in, where she's used it in the background, which is much more how Hazel intended it to be used, you know, it's just so versatile. This one that Emma's done, she's silver embossed the letter back medley background and the butterfly, and the butterflies have got blue glitter. I mean, they're just beautiful, absolutely stunning. All the cards are so clever and so different. So lucky to have so much. Oh, you drew the stems, Philippa. Oh wow, I do apologise, I thought I'd done a stamp like that at some stage. Okay, hang on, I've got... Did you colour them with your Copics? I didn't make that one, Sarah. And no, I haven't got Mum's Copics out yet. I can see you're going to get them at some stage. This is the card that Jo made. She's white heat embossed onto the craft, which looks lovely. And then she's used, I think it was Prismacolor. I know it was watercolour pencils anyway, to actually add the colour to the craft. And it's so pretty. It's so vibrant on there. And she's also added some colour, if I do it carefully, to the back of her butterflies. So it's quite vivid on the back, but obviously through the vellum, it's lovely and soft and pastel on there. It looks beautiful. Sorry, I'm seeing if I've missed a comment. No, I can see someone. Oh yes, wouldn't that be lovely, Brian? I did a book where I used copper metal, and you could, that would look absolutely beautiful on there, and then emboss it with a dry embossing tool. That would look lovely. Oh, I've got some copper left. This one from Kaz again. I love how she's used her bunting to give her, I don't know, like 2 sections almost to her card. And then she's used the stencil in the bottom half as well. And again, Hazel's happy birthday. That's such a nice happy birthday. And then she's used the circles on their side again. But again, filling them with her birds and the little flowers and leaves. It's just beautiful. Just so different as well. So absolutely fabulous. So much inspiration. Okay, and then we've got the dragonfly. So this is just stunning. This is so Hazel, and Hazel hand drew this. So absolutely amazing. I love how we've managed. Like, we had quite a few backwards and forwards with Steph, the designer, who interprets our notes and what have you. God bless Steph. But she nailed this with all the you sketched effect, not scribbled, sketched. I love how she's got that sketch look to it, to the designs. It's just beautiful. I love the fact that I can bend the body if I want to. You can have him straight as well. I love the big ink splat. I think that's so useful. And I know lots of people struggle with that sort of thing and actually getting it to look good. So to have that stamp, one of the cards I made, I was so happy with it, and I never would have been able to do that with ink. I love the dragonfly. You've got the dictionary definition with just a bit of distress in the background as well. And then you get the 3 sides of the dragonfly, which just makes it really, really versatile and easy to use. Thank you, Maxine. So this one I made, this is heat embossed the letter medley with platinum, and then I've heat embossed onto black card the dragonfly, used the circles as well, but I've added some different sentiments from, I think this was from Fancy Foliage, and I think that was from Garden Blooms. But again, so just different sentiments that you can put in these lovely circles. Just gives your cards lovely new look. The circles and squares, honestly, it's like Hazel said this morning, these are like the, I can't remember how she described it now, like the bones of your projects and cards. You will be reaching for these circles and squares time and time and time again, and the stencils as well. They are going to be so versatile with what you've got already. And I love the fact that when Hazel's like designs another collection, she's always thinking about how it's going to work with the other bits that you've already got. The squares will look lovely with the stars, the circle, and imagine her lovely die cut fern over the top of some of those circles. Just fabulous. So you know it's going to mix and match and just work all together. So the glue that holds everything together, thank you. Yes, it is. It's like the foundation, isn't it, of your work. So this one Philippa has created. She's used the dragonfly, but this looks like scrunched up paper. She's probably done it through the stencil. Lovely use of the woven bit as well just loosely in the background, which I think is a really lovely way to use the stencils. Just subtle, but it's there. Makes a big difference. And then I love this one that she's done as well. This is another Philippa, beautiful colouring. She's actually cut these elements out, so cutting out is amazing. But I learned a sneaky trick that Hazel and Philippa does when they stamp their butterflies and dragonflies. And I didn't know this, but those legs aren't there. So she stamped the dragonfly on the card and then has put his wings and his body on the top. So Hazel was explaining about not cutting the butterfly antennae out, but stamping them on the card and then being able to cut them off the bit that you're layering up, which is so clever. Why have I never thought about that? So, like I say, every day's a school day. I learned so much today. I love this with the grey in the background with the lettering, but then black with the dragonfly definition and the words. It really makes it pop. Stunning. And then this card from Jo. This is one Jo's going to do a live about, because this is so clever. She's used the stencil to do this. She's laid the mask down on her card and spritzed the colour around it. And then she's used the stencil that she had coloured on her other card and actually put the colour down on here with what was on the actual mask. So she's going to do a live to explain it, because I probably haven't explained it very well. But just look at this with the glossy accents on that dragonfly. Isn't that lovely? Oh, and I forgot to point out, Hazel, on your letter stamp. I forgot about that. And again, with the silver embossing, just looks beautiful. So lovely cards there from Jo. I'm going to get the letter stamp back, just to remind me. I'll tell you that in a minute. You probably know already because you probably watched this morning. I really love this one. This is a very me card. Use the cloud stencil from the Sunshine, Clouds and More. Just stamped white onto white card with dragonflies. Added some glitter glue so they're all sparkly. Added my new happy birthday and a sentiment. And I just think it's totally different. Gives it a really different look, which just shows the versatility of it all. This one, I had fun afternoon painting some backgrounds with the stripes, with my watercolours. And then I stamped my dragonflies over the top, bending their tails. And I used the stencil as well to add the circles to their wings, which was really easy to do. And Hazel showed that today, which is just so clever to layer the two stencils up and just to get the circles where you want them. It's brilliant. And then again, I love this of Jo's. Very simple, just the paint splat, but done in different colours with a black outline dragonfly on. I mean, if you need a card in a hurry, that is just fabulous. Male, female, would do for anybody. It's lovely. So they're the dragonfly cards. And before I go to the butterfly ones, Hazel's stamp here, buried down the bottom, you can just about make it out. There is a D, there is an R, there is an A, a G, an O and an N. We wanted to put dragon on it, but without it being obvious, so that you didn't stamp it and think, why has it got dragon written on my card? But so it is there. Little secret. A secret message. Okay, so next up is the butterfly. And I have to say, this is my favourite stamp in this collection. That hand-drawn butterfly that Hazel has done all the different lines that we've got, the sketchiness to it is beautiful. And we've got it in the 3 sizes. We've got an empty one, we've got the solid ones going sideways, we've got the solid ones going up, got the lovely butterfly definition that is slightly distressed, and then we've got that beautiful word as well. So just a few of the samples. So I just used very clean, very simple, my butterflies up the side, and then my sweet sentiments. Excuse me. Then I've used so many inky backgrounds. These ones are done with the Pearly Winks, the sprays. So I wanted to use some of these up. So I've stamped the letter medley on the background, added a butterfly, and I've used my happy birthday, which I've glittered up as well. So really simple, just something. These are nearly all mine now. Let's do Joe's other one. So like Joe's dragonfly, she wanted to do a butterfly version as well. So again, she laid the mask down and spritzed her colour on. And then she used the mask, which had all the ink on, to create the print of her butterfly. But then she's gold I mean, how amazing does that gold embossing look? Oh my goodness. And on here, on the vellum as well, it is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so I did a few more painted backgrounds, so with my watercolours, and then just a vellum butterfly, a few vellum butterflies on the top, the word, and some silver glossy glosses. So very clean, very simple, very me. And then I did an inky background, and I added white embossed butterflies and one of my sentiments from my birthday blooms. So again, mixing and matching them in with old stamp designs as well. And then this one is using the ink splats. And this time I actually did 2, and I didn't worry about how it looked in the middle because I knew I was going to put the butterflies over the top. And I actually started with purple and went to blue, and then blue to green, and green to yellow, and yellow to orange, and orange to pink, because I didn't have enough room to get all the butterflies on. And then I stamped one of my sentiments and cut that out as well. So really loving that. And again, a little bit of glitter glue on the top. So again, clean and simple, but just looks lovely. Oh, so this was, I made these 2 out of, I've got a green strip as well left, so I had enough to make 2 strips. But I made those 2 cards using the same background pieces. Again, white embossed butterfly onto vellum. I really enjoyed the vellum and the white embossing, especially with the butterflies. Thought it worked really well. And then just got my white birthday. Love that. And the happy. So the happy from the happy birthday too. And then this one I painted the background with the pinks, but then I added purple splats, some ink in, the lovely butterfly that I coloured using similar colours, and then added a bit of glitter glue to it onto a bit of glittery card. So again, very different. And then this beautiful one from Emma. This is the most gorgeous. Let me see if I can get it far enough away. It's a beautiful, let me bring the camera up, hang on a second. Just don't want you to see all my other mess. Okay, so it's a beautiful acetate easel card that's got shaker in it. So it's full up with beautiful sequins. But the gold embossing on here, it is absolutely beautiful. It's like a matte gold. It is so lovely. I think it must be rich pale gold, but from Wow. And this, the embossing on the white as well, it just looks stunning. It is so beautiful, this card. Gorgeous. And then the yellow one that I showed this morning, again, I just love this card. Emma's inky backgrounds are incredible. And she's stamped in black and covered with white clear embossing. So everything's shiny, which looks lovely. And I love how she's tucked all the little butterflies just poking out at the border of that panel. I think that is lovely. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and I've got one more thing to show you. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to show it. think I'm going to lay it down. But Emma has made this dimensional project. It's made using the Dinky hexagon dies, and she made all the boxes and everything that's in it. So I'll bring it up so you can see inside. Oh, there you go. You can see inside each of the box. We've got the dragonfly dictionary definition. We've got the dragonflies inside. We've got some flowers as well. We've got butterflies tucked in there, and butterflies tucked in the bottom, and the butterfly definition again. And it all stands on this lovely hexagon base that she's made. It is just so clever. So clever. I don't think I can get the camera far enough away. Oh, maybe just about. Yeah, you can just about see it now. So, but the project is absolutely beautiful. I would love Emma to do a inky background workshop, but Emma doesn't do social media at all, Sarah. So I don't know how we would do it. But bear with me, let me flip the camera a minute. Let me sit back down so I can talk. Oh, let me bring it down a little bit. Let's bring that light over. There we go. Yes, Emma doesn't do social media at all. I've got to take this off, I'm getting hot now. Yeah, so Emma doesn't do social media, so I'm not quite sure how we would do that. But I will speak to her, because you never know. You never know. I want to let you know that there is a list of stockists pinned to the top of the page for anyone who hasn't already succumbed and ordered. And it is available from Paul and Hazel at Dragon's Paper Craft, from Sharon at Forget Me Not Craft Cabin, from Barry at Hixie Soft, from Gavin at Valley Crafts, and from Craft Stash, from Maxine at Maximum Crafts, from Joe and Mark at Let's Create, from Kate at the Mulberry Bush, Jane and Penny at the Art of Craft, and Julie and Barry at Craft Bliss. And it will be on Simon Says stamp any day because it has arrived. We could do a road trip to her. Okay, I'll speak to her. I want to let you know as well that Hazel's got the most amazing online workshop, which you can book through Hazel, so that would be on her page. The Pinterest boards are live. I know lots of you have been pinning things, so that's good. So there's lots of inspiration. There's a board for each of the stamp sets and each of the stencils. I definitely need to thank the design team, because we wouldn't have the diversity and the versatility of the collection if it wasn't for them. So I have to thank Kaz and Emma and Hazel and Joe and Marion and Philippa. And what else have I got to do? Joe's going to do a live, and Philippa's going to do a live because she said so tonight. I'll hold them to that. So those dates will follow. I know Hazel is going to do a live over the weekend in her group, which is Hazel Eaton Freelance Demonstrator. Help me out, Hazel. So if you're not a member of her group, then make sure you head over and do that. If you're not a member of Crafty Friends of Julie Hickey Designs, you need to join that as well, because there's different things that go on in there as well. And what else? Yeah, so Hazel's going to do that over the weekend. I don't think she has said when yet, but I know she's going to do one. When I know when it is, I'll advertise it as well. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody for all the amazing comments. They've just been fantastic, and it makes all the hard work and everything really worthwhile. I can't wait to see what you make. Please, 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 please do a hashtag Julie Hickey Design so I get to see them. Yeah, and share what you create in Crafty Friends of Julie Hickey Designs, because we'd love to see what everybody makes. It's just fabulous. Right, so it's Hazel Eaton, freelance demonstrator, tutor and designer, and it'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So tomorrow at 4, Hazel will be doing another live where she's creating something. So yep, just thank you so much. Couldn't do it without all of you as well. and all the stockists, which has just been amazing. And now I'm gonna relax, and I know Hazel needs to relax because she's worked so hard today. So yeah, so thank you for all the lovely comments. I'm going to go and read them all now, and have a lovely rest of the weekend. And I will be on with some lives next week as well. I'll come on and make something as well. So thank you ever so much. Take care. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.